Ed here. Stick. Yeah, I'm going to do a fresh World of Cow cartoon for you. It's so fresh, I haven't even put it in my book. I was wandering around, just aimlessly wandering around Moat Park with my dog. I always think people are weird just walking around the park without a dog. I mean, okay, if you've got a pram, you know, as long as it's got a child in. It's like the Monty Python pram cartoon where this old woman's got a pram and people look in, she's and the pram eats them. Oh god, that was good. Oh hello, what have I done there? Don't do that. What a great idea. Wish I'd had that. That's one of the... A lot of the times you see a really good cartoon, you go, oh god, I wish I'd thought of that. That's so obvious, but it isn't obvious. Some of the best comedy is the stuff that's obvious, but you just don't notice it because you're so close to reality. You know, you don't actually notice it's part of your program. It's like not noticing the benefits of Europe. You know what? One of the bloody benefits of staying in Europe is we wouldn't be talking about Brexit now. My God. Brexit and Trump, and that's going to go on for fucking years. We would have been, oh, we're in Europe. And that's it. Dear oh dear. Anyway. Oh God. Right. So, yeah, this isn't so close to reality that you don't notice. This is just silly. So, I do a thing where the cows, a sort of running gag where the cows go, bad news, we're an aspirin, or we're ants and they're about to be killed by a magnifying glass. Or good news, we're not, I don't know, what have I done before? Oh, squirrels. Or bad news, we're not squirrels, they're sort of falling out of trees. They don't actually know what they are. This is sort of like that, but not quite. I've done one in the past, and well, I'll just do it and you'll see. But yeah, this is sort of part of a running gag. So that's that really. Did you see Neil Gaiman? They're doing American Gods. What's it going to be on actually? Oh, Amazon Prime. My wife's reading the book at the moment, or actually she's read it and she said it's fantastic. So I'll have to read that. Trouble is, I'm reading Game of Thrones and I'm reading it probably slower than he's writing it. I read about 4 pages a day. Depending, it's in the toilet, so it depends how many times I want to go to the toilet. Yeah, if I'm really ill, I'll probably read about 20 pages. But no, I've got a healthy bowel. I'm not in there long. So consequently, I don't read much. So I'm on the second book. So I'll probably finish it by the time... Well, I'm reading it in real time, is what I'm doing. So it'll take me about 5 years, I should think. I'm only on the second book, halfway through the second book. It's good, got to say that, yeah. No, I'm enjoying it, and there's extra sort of detail in it which you think, I wish they could have got that in the series, but obviously it's, you know, it's a different medium, isn't it? You know, you're not going to get everything you want, you know, like into people's heads. Right, so there's a little door here. Right, so yes, I did say I wasn't going to do one today, but I'm going to work late for my American client, and they're in America, so you know it doesn't matter really. They'll get. I'm sort of working in their, you know, their time zone, as it were. They're in Manchester. Yeah. So that must be Manchester by the Sea, I would have thought, which I thought was weird. I didn't even know, I hadn't even heard that America had a Manchester. You know, they do. I mean, I'm not shocked. They have Birmingham. You know, they have a Paris, Texas. You know, they borrowed, haven't they, the Americans from Europe, quite a few names. Couldn't be bothered to make their own up, so they went for the European model. So I think I want it to be like a rope. So what I'll do is I'll just curl it up at the bottom. Like that. And then I'll start doing the rungs. Rung. Right. I love the English language. It's so subtle in places. And there we go. Just playing Pokemon Go with my new Pokemon. Didn't see any new ones today. Oh, I did see one actually, but I saw two new ones. One just ran away, which was so annoying. I did 2 Ultra Balls on it and it scarpered. I don't know. Is it me? Right. Yeah, that looks alright. So I've done that on another level. So I'll just take out the bits underneath. Actually, that's. Oh, there's your dog. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's my thing, and Instagram and Patreon. If you want to help me do more of these, pay me to do more of these, become one of my fans, become one of my patrons. That would be fantastic, and I can do these all day. These stupid little cartoons, and you will be creating something that wouldn't have actually been created because I wouldn't have had time to do it. You will be giving me time to create. I'll be able to turn jobs down and say, no, I'm going to draw some cows. And I'll do more than that actually. I've got a cartoon series I've written, and if we actually start, you know, getting some proper money, I can start paying people to animate it. You know, I mean, it could turn into that. So you'll be helping me employ people to make films, the Fuzzballs. And check out, I've actually on one of my videos, I did a storyboard of the Fuzzballs live. I just did it. I had a couple of ideas and I just had to create a story, and it worked out alright actually, and that's how I do it anyway, but I thought I'd do it live, and it's on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel as well actually, thinking about it. But yeah, I come up with quite a nice little story, and the way I usually do it is I have a couple of nice visual kind of ideas, and then I build around that. I wonder if I've got, yeah, I had like 2 central ideas and then I combine them together, and other things happen. This like weird, you know, you come up with a problem, you have to solve it, to get to another bit. And if you don't take that initial step out, you will not get to those sort of problems, and then you won't solve them. So you've got to just look at that blank bit of paper and just, okay, let's just push forward. If they're a bad idea, just throw the paper away. Forget it. But there's no wasted ideas. And that's sometimes I did some work for someone and this guy was so insulting to people. And when you start making people frightened of talking and coming up with ideas, you won't get any ideas. So I always foster the idea that any idea can lead to a better idea. You know, it could be shit, or you go, no, that's not what we want. Don't make people frightened of opening their mouth and saying something. And if people are like that, that rings bells in my head that they're inadequate and they want to put people down to make themselves feel better. So if anyone gets in your case like that and starts putting you down, it's because they feel inferior, right? Okay, so don't let people bully you into, you know, not being creative. All right, they start being really negative, they've got a problem. It's not you. All right, I'm a dad. But it's true. It's true. It's a tell. If people are nasty to you, it usually means that they feel inferior or something, and they've got to get over that. They, you know, especially people that are your boss or what have you. You know, I mean, you've got to take it then, but don't let them grind you down because they feel threatened by you. It's true. It's like people that, I mean, unless you've got a mental condition, but you know, if you're they're paranoid that their partner's cheating on them, it's probably because they want to cheat on their partner, and it's their own nastiness that they're attributing to their spouse or what have you. So, anyway. Well, right, so yeah, so I've got these windows, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, that's a bit, is that too big? No, I think that's alright. Oh, that's my agent. Oh. Yeah, I had a job come in, rush job, with possibility of a job, and yeah, you're going to be working on a bus, and you're going to go from here to here, and can you do it, you know, tomorrow? I was like, yeah, and then a couple of hours later, no, it's cancelled. It's like, oh man, oh. It's like being offered a carrot and then someone hitting you on the head with it. Hey. So all these, what I'm going to do is just draw some people. It's looking a bit miffed. You know, got places to be. So there's some angry passengers. Oh God. I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've only just got it in Britain, and I forgot it was on, and then I realised it was on, and I've got 4 episodes to catch up on, and I'm on episode 3. But it's like Peggy Carter. I really enjoyed Peggy Carter because it went down a sort of horror route, quite nasty black stuff going in people's eyes, and it was really nice, tendrils. and I think Agents of Shield is going for the more horror kind of bag. Really, I'm really enjoying it. So check it out if you're not watching it and you're a Marvel fan or what have you, superhero fan. Check it out. It's all right. And I know if you've missed the first. God, what series is this? Is this series 5? Probably take you a bit to catch up, but actually I reckon just watch it. Ghost Rider's in it. Ghost Rider. Man with flaming skull head. You don't want him in your house, it's going to cause chaos. Trying to cut his hair. Yeah. Right, so plane landed. Oh, maybe I'll just do a hint of a wing. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah. Bing bong bing. Chum chum chim. And yeah, so plane landed. Oh, pardon me. And yeah, so just do a little bit of grass. I do animations as well, so if you want to look at my animation website, it's stickanimation.com. And I do animated GIFs where you can see them. Where is it? Cow up there. That's mine, and the foot coming down. They're all GIFs, and the dog running past. Anyway, I did those. So yeah, that dude. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that way. That's mine. So if you want some animated GIFs, I'm your man. I can do that for you. Right, that's not too bad. Does that make sense though? I don't think it does, because the rest of the plane would not be touching the floor, so it's got to be flat. Which is annoying, but let's do it. Do it now. Gotta watch Walking Dead today, so I'm currently watching Agents of Shield, and my son, who's into anime, we're watching Cowboy Bebop together. That's great. Make more of that, Someone make more Cowboy Bebop. Fantastic. I'll buy that for $1. Robocop. Right. Yeah, so I think it needs to be like that. Let's fill that in, and yeah. So yeah. So good. Yeah, I'm sort of happy with that. Then we have 2 cows. There we go. I was thinking about, the latest Star Wars, and I know I've gone on about Rogue One and Force Awakens. Well, I haven't really gone on about Force Awakens because I was entertained about it. I was entertained by it. But the more I think about it, when I think about George Lucas, and say what you like about Phantom Menace, but the ideas in that were ideas aplenty. There was so much going on. Just like the flat pack androids, the android army coming out, never been seen before. I mean, that idea, never been, no one had done that, and that was fantastic. The pod race, don't think that's ever been done before, with these sort of jetpack, you know, and the Jawas sort of taking shots at them, and oh no, it wasn't, Tusken Raiders taking shots at them. Never been seen before. The double lightsaber, another fantastic idea. Just there was just loads and loads of ideas. Then you look at Force Awakens. Is there anything new in that? Is there anything new? It's just going over. It's fanboy lip service, isn't it? It's the same old shit. You know, you've got, well, basically you've got a bigger Death Star. That's it. So, I mean, Jar Jar Binks was a huge risk that he took. Massive. He was trying to do a Yoda. Yoda had never been done before, not a puppet. A puppet main character, apart from, you know, Muppets. But in a kind of semi-serious film. And I'm just worried that Star Wars is sort of stuck in a rut of not being adventurous. Like Lucas was, he took risks, and okay, you know, his scripts weren't great, but you know, ideas are plenty, and that's what he was all about. And you know, he's changed he's changed the way we watch movies. Sound, he made sound much better. The way you edit digitally. I mean, the guy's an editor to begin with, not really a director as such. You talk to anyone like Ewan McGregor and he'll say he just didn't say anything. He just let us get on with it. And actually, to his credit, that worked with Star Wars, because he's more of a documentary director. That's one of his loves. And he wanted the initial gang, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, to kind of organically get to know each other. And Carrie Fisher, I don't know why I'm doing that, she did get to know Harrison Ford pretty well. But my point is, I'm worried that we're stagnating. Now you look at the Marvel universe and they're building out. You look at what's happening with Rogue One, and you know, Force Awakens seems to be condensing. And one of the storylines I heard about, which I thought was amazing in the comics, was that there was a hidden enemy that was from another galaxy, or even, you know, part of a quadrant that the Empire were holding off, and that's one of the reasons why they were developing Death Stars, is to keep these mofos out of the galaxy, out there part of the galaxy. And as soon as they were taken down, there's a power vacuum and these guys come in. Now, my God, would that be an amazing, you know, like turn of events. That would be a real plot twist, wouldn't it? But I don't think they're brave enough to do that. I really don't. So we're doing the same old tropes. I mean, even Rogue One, you have the most famous bad guy ever created, arguably, and you use him for a couple of scenes, and one amazing scene at the end. I mean, when he's like taking out those, you know, well, they're not troopers, are they? But those soldiers. Now you imagine if Darth Vader was actually the main protagonist rather than the lispy Australian dude. That would have been one kick-ass movie. But they didn't do it. And I wonder why. And just Princess Leia at the end saying hope. You've got Darth Vader breathing down your neck. You must be shitting a brick. And you're only saying hope because they retrofitted it to A New Hope. So it's just like, no, you're forcing an idea into a situation that fucking doesn't work. Hope. Oh dear. Oh, that's horrible. Ooh, uncanny valley. Really, honestly. Right. Yeah, you did not need General Tarkin. You could have had him for a little bit, and Darth Vader being the main dude. Anyway. But that's there's not enough creation. I mean, this Disney shit that they're doing, which is just redoing, you know, well, are they doing Aladdin? Oh God, can you imagine? Yeah. I think Jungle Book was probably a good idea. But Beauty and the Beast, I don't know. I forget what's next on the cards. But it's just going back. Stop it. Okay. Right, so let's colour this in. Yeah, I bet you. Well, there are a million brilliant ideas. I mean, Kevin Smith was talking about all the scripts he's written, and they've come to nothing. And I think some of them he's turning into comics because, you know, he doesn't want that sort of time wasted, and he's fallen in love with the material. And this Ben Affleck script that's been just chucked away. I think Ben Affleck's going too, because he's lost the director. You know, he was gonna. Well, he hasn't lost it, but he's walked away from it. I mean, Batman is such a key part of his work. You know, he loves Batman, as far as I know, anyway. To then lose the gig of writing it. But that script gone. No one's going to see it. Well, it probably will surface, but you won't see it as a film. All these brilliant ideas, and they're just going back to the same old, same old. And I mean, obviously, you get Arrival, which is new-ish. Well, it is new, I guess. I don't know. Ranting, but it is annoying because I think it holds us back. You imagine if Lucas hadn't been allowed to do Star Wars, and he was only allowed to do Star Wars because American Graffiti was so successful. Star Trek wouldn't have happened. Just wouldn't. I wonder what. I mean, Flash Gordon I think would have happened, but that would have just killed us. People would have gone, campy shit, you know. It's like when they killed off bloody Doctor Who. it would have. I don't. Just there's such a snobbery to people liking science fiction, and I don't think people understand that science fiction, good science fiction, like 1984, that's science fiction. You dickheads. Animal Farm is science fiction. It is a mirror to society and teaches you about society. It's just like some of the best episodes of Generations is like Data trying to become more human, his struggle, and oh my god, Picard being tortured. How many lights can you see? Wow. I haven't seen anything come close to how well Patrick Stewart acted in that episode. It was breathtaking. A masterclass in acting. You see, people go on about De Niro and how good he is, and I just don't see it. I cannot see he would be able to do that. He just wouldn't. I think I heard him. They were sort of talking about, do you find comedy hard? And he said, no, it's not hard. Acting's like acting as a gangster's harder because you have to be more physical, hitting people with bats and things. And it's like, what? That's not acting. That's manual labour. I don't know. I never really understood that. He's the same guy in everything. I don't think I've seen him, do anything apart from a gurning gangster, really. No. Which is fine. He's good at what he does, but no way is he the best actor in the world. It's not even close. Ian McKellen in Mr. Holmes, playing Mr. Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, as a 60-year-old, 65-year-old, and then a 95-year-old. Astonishing. If De Niro did something like that, fair enough. And he might do, actually, because he's going to play a young man. They're going to digitally change him, so maybe, but even so, I reckon he'll be the same bloody miserable git that he always is. Actually, that's got a bit. That's it. Oh dear. Right. Okay, and let's just do this lady. Let's make her ginger. She's not happy. So, oh yeah, do the cows. I just wonder if he's got a good publicist with good photos of people. Say I'm good or else. I didn't say that. Yeah, I don't know. I think if enough people say how brilliant someone is, then we're herd animals. I think we all go, oh yeah, he's brilliant. And I don't know. I try not to be like that. I think you just got. I was sort of saying, someone lent me ages ago, one of my neighbours, Triple X, and I hated it with a vengeance. I thought it's the stupidest film I've ever seen. And I quite upset him when I told him this. But yeah, I mean, it was dumb. I don't mind dumb films. I mean, it's not a dumb film though, is it? I was just thinking about John Wick, the first one. I haven't seen the second one. Want to see the second one. But it is pretty clever because they world build without you actually sort of realising it. You know, all their currency and what have you. They have, you know, sovereigns, gold sovereigns things. And it sort of hints at, you know, this guild has been going on for thousands of years. You know, so there's ancient sort of lore. I mean, that's just so good. You get just a flavour of something interesting. Where Triple X I just don't like it when you have a sort of car chase sequence and for some reason the motorbike goes up a ramp off a... Oh, you know, they use a car as a ramp to go over a fence and then they land. And they're not like, you know, their pelvis isn't shattered. I don't know, I just find that a bit silly. It's like that it wasn't 300. I like 300. What's the other 300? And this guy does this jump from a cliff to a ship. And I'd love to see how that would work in reality, because he'd just... legs would go... and it's spread on the floor. It's all like... and it's... you know, once you do stuff like that, and they're not superheroes, then you go, I'm out. I mean, that's just dumb. It's not real. Right, anyway. But yeah, people eat it up with a spoon, don't they? And that's the problem. Dear. Stop ranting. Got nothing good to say, don't say it. Yeah, I've got nothing good to say. Not at the moment. I was looking forward to being on a bus today, drawing. That would have been fun. Right. Okay. So I just do the little titties. And they've got slightly green teeth. And this isn't a joke, this is just part of the joke. This one's thinking yummy grass. Yummy grass. Which, you know, I'm sure they do, I suppose. I don't know. They must enjoy it, right? You know. It's like pandas, they're not designed to eat bamboo. They're just not designed for it, yet they eat bamboo. They're designed to eat meat. So, because it's really hard to digest, you know. You try to eat bamboo. Have a go. No, don't. It's like eating a potato without cooking it. Your stomach would die. Yeah. Oof. Anyway, yeah. Just wondering. They must enjoy it. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't do it. They must get some sort of kick out of it. You know, sometimes I envy creatures like that, and then I think, no. Just being entertained so easily, and then you think, no, I quite like being stimulated, thank you very much. Right, so this one's thinking yummy grass, and, oh hang on, I'll just put a shadow under these bad boys. And then I must get on with my actual paid work. Oh, hang on. Mr. Bit. I wonder if there's anyone called Mr. Bit. I bet there is. It's like, oh, what was I thinking? Sean Bean is actually Mr. Bean, isn't he? Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. Winter is coming. Anyway, one of the reasons cows aren't used as airline pilots. There you go. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do as well, actually, just to sell it a bit more, is to have the sort of you know, kind of exhaust, just plotting their sort of course correction, and then just have a sort of bit of distress. So the tyres just sort of screeched to a halt. Maybe just something there. Oh, hello. There we go. I think that's alright. I'm quite happy with that. Let's save that. Right, chaps, I'm off. If you want to support me on Patreon, I'd love to, you know, go on to my Patreon page, have a look. There's over 100 free, probably 200 odd cartoons that are free. Put a new cartoon on there every day that's free. And if you want to see more stuff, unlock more stuff, it's $1 or more a month, and that will support me to do this stuff for you. And the more of you do it, the more stuff I'll be able to do. And I hope to be able to almost give up, you know, doing paid books for other people and work for you. So if you can do that, that'd be fabulous. But either way, come and have a look. If you like the stuff and just like it, that'd be great. That just raises the profile anyway, and I might get more people looking at my work, and maybe more patrons. Alright, okay, have a good one, and I'll try and do one of these tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll be able to, but if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. And yeah, I'm talking too much, so let's speak later. That was slick.